Part of military fighting at the time was what we call line warfare. Men stood in a nice straight line, 40 or 50 men wide. Now, people like David Crock and Micajah Ottery were using long rifles. They could hit a target that big at 300 yards. That's the size of a deer's heart and lungs. But when you're in the military, you're not hunting deer. You have men to look at. And when they're that spread out, accuracy's not an issue. I can hit you at 300 yards at the rifle, but with the musket, at 70 yards, I'm going to hit you. At 100 yards, I'm going to hit him. At 200 yards, I'm going to hit him. Take heart, sir, you're not the one I was aiming at. But you are going to die. Now, if accuracy is not the issue, speed is. A well-trained militia can shoot these in 15 to 20 seconds. That's 3 to 4 shots a minute. We're going to go through the loading drill that they practice with, and then we're going to do the firing in a 20-second, hopefully 20-second time period. Are you guys ready? It's going to get a little loud when you hear me go, ready, aim. If you don't want to hear the noise, plug your ears. And if that might bother you, you might want to yawn a little bit. It equalizes the pressure. Okay? But we're going to go through it. I need a practice drill. Is everybody working? They're still working.
Squad is ready.
Hey, squad. You stand together. Tim, Mr. Wood over here. Okay, normally we're going to be lying shoulder to shoulder, but we want everybody to see what we're doing. When we first get assembled, I'm going to order everybody to assemble. Squad. Attention. Up. Now that's also known as order arms, and we will give the command from there. Shoulder arms. This is the most common way of carrying your weapon. Men can carry this weapon for 10 to 20 miles. As you can imagine, your arm's going to cramp up, it's going to get sore, so we have other ways of carrying the weapon. Support arms. It looks a little uncomfortable. The lock is nestled in the elbow. Okay? It is rather comfortable to carry it this way. They would carry this on guard or into battle. If they're going into battle, they grab the small of the stock. You can run this way. Shoulder arms. On a bad day, if it started to rain or something, we don't want water down the tube. We don't want the lock wet. So we're going to go to secure arms. Now the barrel's pointed down. The lock is nestled up under the arm. Everything's going to be kept dry. Shoulder arms. Another way of carrying it, it's going to look awkward, but it's quite comfortable. Right shoulder, shift, arms. Now, the only time that gets to be a real problem is if you're on the trail and you hit low limbs. So we're going to go back to shoulder, arms. Trail, arms. Now we have a very complicated move here. Shift, hands. Free shift, hands. Shoulder, arms. Now you see those long pointy things at the end of the gun. They're not there for good looks. Arms, port. Charge, bayonets. Ha! Now that we got everybody's attention again, shoulder, arms. And now we're going to go through the 12-step loading process. Prepare to load in 12 count. Load. Open. Hand. At this point, they're going to be drawing a cartridge that's made out of paper. The top part is powder, the bottom part is a lead round ball. Okay, they have this in their hand, the other hand's holding the musket. We got to open this. So the next command is handle, cartridge, tear, cartridge, try, close, pan, cast about. When they cast about, they pour the remainder of the powder down the barrel along with the round ball. It's a rather loose fit, and so we draw, rammer, ram, cartridge. Now on the rifle, that's a real slow fit, but on the musket, you can just literally slam it down. Return, rammer. You notice they're using their little finger. That's because at this point, the gun is fully loaded. If it would go off accidentally, and you're running it down this way, you just ruined your day. If you're using your little finger, in all likelihood, you're going to only get a powder burn. At the very worst, you lose one finger. No big deal. You still have 4 more, and you can continue to serve. Okay. Now then, shoulder, arm, squat, ready, aim, fire. You only thought I was going to shoot. Okay, so we're going to go through the 12-step this time with cartridge, and then we're going to go what we call quickest time. And quickest time is where we should be able to load, be ready to fire within 20 seconds. Okay. Prepare to load in 12 count. Load. Open. Pan. Handle. Cartridge. Tear. Cartridge. Prime. Close. Close pan. Cast about. Load. Cartridge. Draw. Rammer. Ram. Cartridge. Return. Rammer. Shoulder. Arms. Ready. Aim. Fire. Load in quickest time. Load. Got it? In weather like this, it's not unusual to have a misfire, especially as it gets humid. We had one. We're going to see if we can get it to go this next time. Squad, ready. Aim. Fire. Loading quick time. Load.
Smoke ring.
Mark.
Meanwhile, the other guys are shooting at him.
Yeah.
You can tell that should slow us down. Ready. 1 and 3. 1, 2 steps forward. March. Number 2, about face. You want to give it another shot? Right, let's see if he does that. Ready? Aim! Fire!
Yeah.
Okay, it's not sparking. That's what it is.